Some news to cover in the GOAT King LeBron Lakeshow. Rajon Rondo suffered a torn ACL. So with that being said, the LA Lakers traded Rajon Rondo to the Cleveland Cavaliers in a blockbuster trade that sends Denzel Valentine to the LA Lakers. There's a couple of things to look out for with Denzel Valentine. It is all connected to Magic Johnson and his 5 championships with the Lakers, because it is GOAT King LeBron James that's going to win, you guessed it, his 5th championship this year. First and foremost, Denzel Valentine is from Michigan. He went to school at Michigan State. Keep in mind that Magic Johnson went to school at Michigan State as well. Both men were born at Lansing, Michigan. This is a very real riddle for the GOAT King LeBron 5th ring this year. Denzel Valentine, his 28th birthday occurred on November the 16th in the year of the Rooster, which is 1993. Number 10 position in the Chinese Zodiac. GOAT King LeBron wins his 2nd repeat 10 years later. You see in the gematria calculator, it is the Nets that has gematria of 28. This is what you see with Denzel Valentine's 28th birthday. He wears number 45. Michael Jordan at some point wore number 45 with the Chicago Bulls. That 45 that he wore with the Bulls, with the Cavs, is in fact super significant for Michael Jordan. As a matter of fact, the amount of time from his birthday to Friday, December the 31st, is a time span of 45 days, and he's number 45, and that is not by coincidence. That is by design. 6 weeks and 3 days gives you the birth year of Michael Jordan, which is the year 63. And of course, as I've said before, 2023 and 1963 are both years of the rabbits. So GOAT King LeBron is going to tie Michael Jordan, the rabbit, in the year of the rabbit. 6 weeks and 4 days later, this is what GOAT King LeBron is about to do. It's about to tie Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls. And remember, this is part of the riddle with Caruso going to the Chicago Bulls as well. These are symbolic, subliminal tributes. Denzel Valentine, connected to Magic Johnson, is the 14th overall pick in the draft by the Bulls after 13 prior picks. LA and Nets have gematria 13. 14 has to do with the fact that the LA Lakers are going to be the 14th team in the history of the NBA to win the repeat. Denzel Valentine, the article mentions, averaged 2.9 points per game, which is significant because it's repeat that has gematria of 29. And his 2.9 points per game is going to in fact be super significant for the outcome of the NBA Finals. Now keep a note too that it's Valentine that has gematria of New York. He's going to be a part of the Lakers team that's going to defeat the Brooklyn Nets this year. He's going to be making a stop over at New York. Okay. Now, Magic Johnson, Denzel Valentine, Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, a little bit of everything. Now on to Stanley Johnson. He used to play for the Pistons. Now, as I've talked about before with Magic Johnson, Stanley Johnson, Magic Johnson, these are all connected to Magic Johnson. GOAT King LeBron is about to tie Magic Johnson. The moves during this past week or so, when everybody is distracted with Christmas and the New Year, the NBA pops up these subliminal tributes. Stanley Johnson drafted by the Pistons. Now, as I've talked about before with the Pistons, Magic Johnson won his repeat against the Detroit Pistons for his 5th championship. This is exactly why Stanley Johnson is going to win a 5th ring, or he's going to win LeBron's 5th ring. He's going to be a part of the team. He was part of the Pelicans. They got Anthony Davis from the Pelicans. The Warriors won the last repeat. They lost to the Raptors. He was part of the Raptors. These are all significant tributes. He's also a California guy, Stanley Johnson. You take a look at the gematria of Anaheim, it's significant too. Anaheim, his birthplace, has gematria of Michael Jordan, both simple and Pythagorean. Also is gematria of NBA Finals. Also, which is gematria of LeBron, Raymond James, which in Pythagorean gematria is gematria of 51. And Stanley Johnson's Pythagorean gematria is 24. Now it's New Jersey, where the Nets used to be from, is gematria of 24. It is Johnson in greatest as gematria 32, so Stanley Johnson's going to be part of the greatest player ever, Go King LeBron. Magic Johnson was considered the greatest basketball player before Michael Jordan, before his time came. This is about hope and faith and resurrection. Do you have faith in Go King LeBron, the chosen one, the king, in the Go King LeBron Lakeshow? Or your hope is all lost, like some people are right now. They're ready to give up on the GOAT. They don't understand that it's all rigged. It's all scripted for the resurrection of the GOAT King LeBron Lakeshow to happen. It's a done deal, which is why Society of Jesus is gematria of Stanley Johnson. GOAT King LeBron's 5 and 6 in the NBA Finals. Again, Russell Westbrook is going nowhere. Man of blood, we need Russell Westbrook. He stand on the GOAT King LeBron Lakeshow. You get out with that nonsense. Pat down. Pat down. And yes, GOAT King LeBron will defeat the Phoenix Suns. Yes, GOAT King LeBron is 5 and 6 right after he defeats the Brooklyn Nets from the Big Apple. It don't get any bigger than that. New York, LA, West Coast, East Coast, superstars. Everything the NBA can ask for is going to occur in the NBA Finals. Stanley Johnson from Detroit. Well, Detroit, same gematria as Phoenix. The same gematria as the Nets. The same gematria as Coronate. We got a coronation happen with GOAT King LeBron. Oh, old washed-up journeyman and journeyman scrubs like Stanley Johnson and Denzel Valentine. GOAT King LeBron is about to make these guys contributors. That's what's about to happen. The greatest player ever is going to make average scrubs look good like he did with Drew Gooden, with Larry Hughes, with that trash-ass team, the Cavaliers. They were garbage. Ilgauskas was the best center. This is what I'm talking about. I've seen the guy do it countless times. So the only reason why this trade happens is because of Ricky Rubio's torn ACL. Ricky has got gematria of Rondo, which has gematria of Denzel. They got Denzel Valentine as a result of Ricky's injury. They had to ship off Rondo. Take a look. Denzel is same gematria as LeBron. GOAT King LeBron is coronated with his 30th victory in the NBA Finals. It just so happens to be that Michael Jordan's team, Denzel Valentine's team, is gematria of 66. And Lakers is gematria 66. GOAT King LeBron, the chosen one, 6 and 6 in the NBA Finals. Now, you might be curious about Lansing. What's gematria? Both guys were born at Lansing, right? What is the gematria of Lansing? Well, let's do it. Lansing, Michigan has gematria 77. The 77th NBA Finals is in 2023. This is when we see GOAT King LeBron slay the super team of the Brooklyn Nets. It has everything to do with the 77th NBA Finals. GOAT King LeBron passes Magic. He passes Kobe for rings. In the Lansing, Michigan product, Denzel Valentine is going to be a part of it. Now, Ricky Rubio is a Spanish basketball player. Spain has gematria of MJ of the 2023 NBA Finals and gematria of Michael Jordan, having gematria 59. Arizona, too, where Stanley Johnson played college basketball at. The Lakers' 18th championship is on the way, amigo. Stanley Johnson is round 1, 8th pick, forming an 8 straight playoff series wins. It's on the way. He's playing for the Lakers at 6'6". Look at that. It's all coded by the numbers. He's born on the 29th day of the year. That's the gematria repeat, for example. He's born on the 23 5-day numerology because 5 is 5, 11 is a master number, doesn't reduce, it's 11. So 11 and 5 is 16, 1996 is 25, 25 is 7, 16 and 7 add up to 23, 23 adds up to 5. 2023 NBA Finals, 5 life path being a part of the 5th championship. Now you may be curious about Denzel Valentine, Mr. 14th overall pick, being a part of the 14th repeat in the history of the NBA. 1993 is 22, 16 and 7, 22 and 7 is 29, 29 and 11 adds up to 40, What do we get with 40? The NBA's GOAT in gematria has gematria 40. And what is it? The LA Lakers that's got gematria 40. 4-0 in each respectful playoff series gives you the gematria, or it gives you an NBA championship, because first round, conference semifinals, conference finals, then NBA championship. 40 is also the gematria of Brooklyn. The Golden State Warriors are the biggest hoax planet Earth has ever seen, my friend. It really is. The biggest hoax mankind has ever seen. The Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets are winning the championship. The biggest hoax ever. A big hoax that everybody is just scared about to witness greatness of the GOAT King LeBron James. This happens right after LeBron's birthday. A 10-day contract for Stanley Johnson and Darren Collison. The repeat's going to happen 10 years later. You see that? 2 months and 13 days later, 74 days from the start of the season to the day that the Lakers make this trade, the King, LeBron James, is gematria 74. It is the King James coronation, or the King James prophecy. That's got gematria 213. What's gematria? What's the significance of 213 and 2 months and 13 days later is the fact that GOAT King LeBron wins 2 rings with the Heat, 1 with the Cavs, and 3 for the LA Lakers. That is review. And now, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. And the trade. The signing, rather, of Stanley Johnson to the Lakers. 30 weeks later, LeBron, 30th NBA Finals win, Corona, crown, everything about that spells the fact that GOAT King LeBron is about to make history. And yeah, I will call him the GOAT, because that's what's about to happen. He will be the GOAT right after he wins, after everybody say he ain't gonna win no more. 5 months and 3 days, including the end day from today to the start of the NBA Finals. Brooklyn Nets is gematria 53, same gematria as Anthony Davis. And how about this? How about this? GOAT King LeBron. Hey, does GOAT King LeBron. King LeBron is gematria 53. King LeBron is gematria the Messiah. He's resurrected. He's born again. I cannot wait to see GOAT King LeBron rise again. He will. Absolutely will. $154 million GOAT King LeBron signed for. This man is on a mission. The Antichrist. Yep. The face of the NBA. Where legacies are written, where legacies are scripted. That is your National Basketball Association. We can connect the birthday of Magic Johnson at 62 years of age to Monty of Jordan to the time that they get the Lansing product. Michigan State on top of it. Which Michigan is gematria 46, which is GOAT King LeBron's NBA Finals record, because he only had to lose to a super team Warriors all these years. A bunch of asterisks to those NBA Finals losses. It's a big joke. GOAT King LeBron was just facing off against these super teams. They had to make it a little worse. GOAT King LeBron must not win more than 6 rings. The one thing that I got out of this time duration, the 20 weeks, may be the fact, well, don't forget, those are Freemasons that run the NBA too. They're scripting this by the second. They want you to think that, oh, LeBron is done, it's finished, but very little do people know that basketball is completely rigged. It's completely scripted. And right there, you're seeing subliminal tributes to the GOAT King LeBron 5th ring, and the career and birth site of Magic Johnson. So Michigan State, you may be asking that question. Well, Michigan State does equal the gematria of 57, which is the championship number, because 57 is gematria of the NBA Finals run in Super Bowl and championship and World Series, by the way. So let's include Spartans. Spartans in Dynasty is both gematria 108 and 27. You may be asking, the Spartans? What does the Spartans have to do with this? I've got an answer for that. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek god, won the NBA championship. The next championship of the NBA is going to be connected to the Greek name of the Michigan State basketball, the Michigan State athletic program where Denzel Valentine played college basketball at. Magic Johnson played for the Spartans. It's all connected to the last championship, the Greek god Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because the next NBA championship is going to tie Magic Johnson for rings. It's all connected to his championship. You may have never thought about that in that light, but that's really what is happening. And wow, I mean, really, he's born on November the 16th. There's 45 days left in the year. He's number 45. I mean, the whole thing really is a whole thing is just completely coded by the numbers. And Denzel Robert Valentine, what is 102? I just had that in a calculator. Same gematria as Valentine. That's very interesting. This could have happened organically. This is definitely an organic code to keep him mind out for. But Denzel R. Valentine, 78. That's gematria of the NBA Finals. Expect big contributions from Stanley Johnson and Denzel Valentine. Go King LeBron's LA Lakeshow just got more athletic in the wings. And it's going to be such an epic thing to look out for when we see Go King LeBron piece it all together. 77 games started. The 77th NBA Finals going to happen. Stanley Johnson, 6.2 points per game. This is DeMonte Jordan. Before he obviously joined the LA Lakers. 6.2 points per game. NBA Finals on June the 2nd. Jordan, gematria 62. Wow! 62 games he played for the Bulls. Wow, you cannot make this stuff up. All connected to Michael Jordan, obviously. 7.4 points per game. The King is gematria 74. That's the 74 prior NBA Finals. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Repeat is gematria 65. It's 6.5 points per game. His last season in the NBA. 45 games started. 45 days left in the year. Man, this thing, they're really calling this thing by the numbers. I like to see how 45 is connected to the actual championship of the LA Lakeshow. In the playoffs, he's averaging 1.3 points per game. That's gematria of LA, which is gematria 13, which I've said countless amount of times. L is the 12th letter, and A is the first letter. And then beginning of the NBA season to the Christmas Eve acquisition of Stanley Johnson. 66 days, gematria of Lakers, gematria of LeBron, gematria of Corona. And last player we haven't talked about is Darren Collison. We'll see if he stays on the Go King LeBron LA Lakeshow. 21st pick, that's gematria Lakers. UCLA guy, hometown, Stanley Johnson, yada yada yada. He's on the Lakeshow right now, averaging a little over 12 points per game. James, gematria 12, his points average round up to 13. Well, it was probably like around 12.6 points. Last played for the Pacers, 76 games last year, 76 NBA Finals this year. His next game, his first game this year on a new contract, his 77th game. Go King LeBron, he played for the Sacramento Kings. Indiana Pacers, the Kobe won his repeat, his first repeat against the Indiana Pacers before he won the three-peat in 2002 or so. Actually, the beginning of the three-peat happened against the Pacers. So that's something to keep in mind out for with Darren Collison. But nonetheless, let's enter. He's number 21. He's the 21st pick. The whole thing's a big mocking joke. But notice how he's born on the birthday of Kobe Bryant. That is not a coincidence. Born on the birthday of Kobe Bean Bryant, which Darren has gematria of New York City, where the Brooklyn Nets play at. Collison has gematria of the Lakers. Both simple and pathetic gematrias equal 99 and 36 for Collison in the Lakers. So, Kobe Bryant's birthday, Darren Collison's birthday, some tribute to Kobe Bryant in some way, to the day that he signs the magical 10-day contract. 123 days, 4 months, and a day, which is the gematria of King by itself, in Los Angeles, California. And then Kobe Bryant has gematria 41, and then 123 is Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and he was used to play with the Indianapolis-based club, the Indiana Pacers. And this concludes all the tributes with the greatest show on earth, the GOAT, King LeBron, LA Lakeshow. The newest acquisitions of the GOAT, King LeBron, LA Lakeshow. Completely decoded in fine detail. All is good in LA Laker land.